Hi guys, Ian and Matt from footballboots.co.uk. A few of you may have noticed that Neymar is in some new boots. He wore them this weekend in El Clasico. If you know what they are already, then stay tuned and we'll tell you a little bit more about them, what could be happening in the future. But let's first off start off by talking about what he has worn in the past. And we do know that Neymar was a big fan of
the Vapor. So that's actually what he started in. He started on the Nike Mercurial Vapor 3. That's him playing for Santos where he all started. So the Mercurial range was actually debuted in. And he really liked that boot, so it's a big surprise that he actually moved on to that. He's got a newer pair of the Vapors on there, playing for Santos a little bit later in his career, but it all started with the Vapor for Neymar.
Yeah, so he wore a few different ranges. He moved on to try the Green Speed, so he was one of the big faces of the Green Speed when Nike were doing that. And he then went on to be a Hypervenom wearer, so he was kind of the main flagship guy of the Hypervenoms. Seen him in a lot of versions. One of the things that started to happen though, wasn't particularly happy with his Hypervenoms. You may have seen in our Shocking Truth video on the channel that he wasn't really wearing Hypervenoms, he was wearing Vapor 10s that were disguised to look that way. They would match the colorways. Nike aren't going to have to do that anymore because he has changed. Even when he had his Neymar Jordans, they had those ones made up and they were the ones with the collar and everything. But these aren't even a finish, they were Vapor 10s as well, customised. I think this was at the Olympics.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's all real interesting because talking about the Green Speed, they were known to be a bit stiff, and that was one of the problems with those boots, and also what Neymar said. He did say he found them a little bit stiff. So it's quite interesting to see that he went on to the Hypervenom Phantom 2 because this upper was actually a little bit stiff, and one of the reasons Nike actually changed that when they had that remodeled version.
That was pretty much the time that Neymar stopped wearing the Hypervenoms. Was around here, he just really didn't get on with that upper, and they kind of, Nike lost him before that they brought in the softer Hypervenom 2 upper. They kind of already lost him by that point. He wasn't going to come back. He went ahead and scored, what was it, 3 or 4 goals in one game when he switched to wear the camo Vapors.
Yep.
He was never gone back since.
Never looked back.
So the thing is that Neymar was the face of the Hypervenoms. There he was for the launch of the Hypervenoms when those original low cut ones came out.
Which were great. The first fans were great boots.
Apart from the durability issues, but the boot itself was very good. A lot of pros really like that. So the question is, if Neymar's not going to be the face of Hypervenom anymore, who is going to be the face?
Well, if it would be me, I'd say go for Lewandowski. He's a great player, playing for a big team like Bayern Munich, and also he's scoring a load of goals. I mean, you could say it could be Vardy, probably not high profile enough, and also Murray.
Just in England really, he's not big enough around the world, Vardy, I suppose.
And Wayne Rooney as well, not even playing at the moment.
Yeah, no.
So probably
he'd be more of the finish anyway, so it's a bit tricky to have somebody. I mean, that's one of the things is that Neymar is not going to be the head of the Hypervenoms anymore. But you always want that player who's wearing the top of the line boots to be the top, so you can't go with anybody who's wearing the low cut versions because they're not representing the main one. Yep. So we believe that it will be Lewandowski. Lewandowski is most likely to switch over. He's already appearing in Nike advertising for the Hypervenoms on their website, so we think that it will be him who will be the face. They did already bring out a custom pair of Hypervenoms for him a little while ago, kind of Polish inspired, red-black pair, very nice design on them, very unique. I don't think they came out anywhere, just he got them.
Just for him.
But there's a chance maybe we'd see some more Hypervenom customizations, particularly for Lewandowski there. So if you guys think that would be cool to see that, then make sure you let us know in the comments below. Also vote in our poll card, tell us who you think should have been the face of the Hypervenoms, and we're going to get on and tell you what is happening with Neymar. So Neymar is going to be wearing
the Vapor 11. So interestingly, we have spoken about stiffer boots, which Neymar doesn't get on with, but he's actually opted for the Vapor 11 with this same Tajin upper, which is a little bit stiffer than what you found on that Vapor 10. So he was a real big fan of his Vapor 10. Obviously, that was the boot that he was wearing.
I mean, he's been wearing the Vapor 10s for like 18 months now, pretty much.
Exactly. So he's actually gone for this Vapor 11 now, and it's in that dark lining colourway, kind of the black, blue, and green colourway. And I mean, it is a big surprise that it's actually gone for this standard model. He hasn't had any customisations of it from what we've seen. It looks very much the standard model.
No. So it's very interesting. It's not really a big standout release. I think mainly it's to do with the fact that it's the end of the Hypervenoms and they want to get him out and switched and announced that he's moved before they start putting out all this advertising that's not going to have Neymar on for the next generation of the Hypervenoms. So it's going to be a pretty big deal for Lewandowski. If he is the main guy, he's going to be all over these boots. This is training, this is Neymar wearing his new boots, so he wore them before this weekend, then he wore them again. I think he did alright in the game and it was a 1-1 draw in the end.
1-1 draw, he played alright and he wore those boots.
I think did he get an assist? Was it his free
kick?
Yeah,
he did,
yeah. So here are, these are the actual boots that Neymar wore for that game. They're exactly the same as you would get normal ones. You can see the extra little bit of plastic they've applied to them. The only differences are the NJR logo that's been stitched on, which is kind of standard player customization, and he also has a slightly different sock liner.
Yeah, so the sock liner, usually what you find in the Vapor is just a standard one, which is kind of a fairly comfortable, quite thick, so it's nice and padded. But he's actually gone for one with a speed theme one. It's got some perforations in there, so it's kind of a lighter feel. So he obviously does want that very lightweight boot, and that's maybe one of the reasons he's gone for the Vapor over the Hyperman.
Yeah. So guys, what do you think about his switch to the Vapors? It's not really unexpected, but it is maybe a little bit of surprise that they finally managed to get him out of the Vapor 10s into the Vapor 11s with no real changes or customizations to the boot. One of the things that perhaps could happen now is that they've been doing the Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3 series for Ronaldo.
Yep.
Maybe we could see some special Neymar customization kind of future boots coming up for him. That would be a nice thing to see.
Well, the CR7 story so far has gone down really well. He's had 3 chapters so far, and each one has been a really big seller. So Nike might be thinking, Neymar, another huge player, plays for Barcelona, Ronaldo plays for Real Madrid, so why not just transfer that over and do one with Neymar? So you might see a chapter 1, maybe something to do with Brazil. You might see those kind of colours used, maybe a yellow and a green, that kind of thing going on. But don't be surprised if you do see a new story for Neymar.
Yeah, should be good. So, alright guys, leave us comments below, let us know what you think about this big switch. Otherwise, go enjoy football.